Tissues. Animal tissues. Animals are complex, multicellular organisms. They have a lot more going on as compared to plants because they are moving around too. So, they have many more requirements from their body. Hence, they have a lot of variety of tissues too. The tissues in animals can basically be divided into 4 types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. Epithelial tissues. The layer of cells that covers the animal on the outside is called the epithelial tissue. The epithelial tissue also forms a cover for each internal organ. The basic function of this tissue is to protect, and it may have some additional functions in some cases. Let's see what the different kinds of epithelial tissue are. The types change depending on the shape of the cells and the way they are arranged. Let's first understand the 3 different shapes of cells. Squamous cells, cells that are thin and flat. Cuboidal cells, cells that are shaped like a cube. Columnar cells, cells that are taller than they are wide. Now, these cells can be arranged in one layer or many layers. If there is only one layer, it is called simple epithelium. So, all the arrangements we have just seen are simple arrangements. Simple squamous epithelium, simple cuboidal epithelium, simple columnar epithelium. If there are 2 or more layers, then it is called stratified epithelium. Stratified squamous epithelium, stratified cuboidal epithelium, stratified columnar epithelium. Do note that the kinds of cells in different layers can be different. Such tissues are called transitional epithelium. What is the function of the epithelial tissue? They protect the organs they cover, regulating the exchange of materials between the organ they cover and the outside. They also perform the function of secretion. They can secrete hormones into the circulatory system. They secrete sweat, mucus, and other materials. They provide the feeling of sensation. The skin does. One common thing among all epithelial tissues is that they contain no blood vessels. So, how do they get nutrition to survive? They get nutrition from the base tissues that lie below them, the basement membrane, through diffusion. You already know what diffusion is, don't you? So, we know the structure and function of the epithelial tissues. The cells are tightly packed and have almost no intercellular spaces. Of course, as they are the protectors, they cannot afford to have gaps. Now, let us look at the different epithelial tissues again and see where they are found in the body. Simple squamous epithelium. The cells are very thin and flat. They form a delicate lining. Where? Air sacs of the lungs, the lining of the heart and blood vessels, the covering of the esophagus and inside the mouth. What additional task does it do? It allows materials to pass through by diffusion and also performs the function of secretion. Stratified squamous epithelium. Where is it found? This is found on the skin. What additional task does it do? The layers protect the organs under it from wear and tear. Columnar epithelium. Where is it found? In the inner lining of the intestine. What additional task does it do? Secretion of enzymes. Columnar epithelium with cilia, hair-like projections. Where is it found? In the respiratory tract. What additional task does it do? Secretion of mucus, and the cilia helps to push the mucus forward. Cuboidal epithelium. Where is it found? In the inner lining of the kidney and the salivary glands. What additional task does it do? It provides support. Connective tissues. The connective tissue is just as its name suggests, a tissue that connects other tissues and systems. So, it is found in between other tissues everywhere in the body. We'll be looking at some examples of connective tissues in our body. Blood. You know what the blood is. Blood is a fluid which has mainly red blood cells, white blood cells, and plasma. The plasma has mainly proteins, salts, and hormones. Blood transports nutrients, hormones, waste, and gases throughout the body. Why is blood a connective tissue? Because it connects body systems together. It brings the needed oxygen, nutrients, and hormones to body parts and takes away the waste. Bone. You know that animals have bones in their body. Bones provide the framework for the body. Bones are what the muscles are attached to. Bones are hard and strong tissues. They are made up of compounds of calcium and phosphorus. Why are bones a connective tissue? Because they provide support to the structure of the animal body. Bones are connected to each other by ligaments, which are another type of connective tissue. Ligaments are elastic and have a lot of strength. Bones are connected to muscles by tendons, which are another type of connective tissue. Tendons are strong but do not have much flexibility. Cartilage. The nose and ears are made of cartilage. It is a type of connective tissue. Cartilage is made up of proteins and sugar. The larynx and trachea is made up of cartilage too. This is a strong tissue but quite flexible. More tissues that provide support and strength are the areolar tissue and adipose tissue. Areolar tissue. Areolar tissue connects the muscle to the skin. It is also found around blood vessels and nerves and in the bone marrow. It fills up space in the body and supports internal organs. Adipose tissue. It stores fats below the skin and around internal organs. It fills up space in the body and supports internal organs. We will study rest of the types in the next class. Muscular tissues. You know that though we have bones to provide us a structure and joints to allow movement, the actual movement is carried out by the muscles. Muscles are also popularly a sign of strength. They are flexible and soft tissues that are mostly made of protein. There are more than 600 muscles in our body. Where do they get energy from? From the proteins and carbohydrates that you eat in your food. There are two types of muscles in our body. The ones that we can move when we wish, voluntary, and the ones that get instructions automatically from the brain, involuntary. We cannot start or stop the functioning of these muscles when we wish. The voluntary muscles are called skeletal muscles. They are found in our arms and legs. They are even found in our face, which helps us to smile, frown, and talk when we wish. All the movements that we do daily are because of skeletal muscles. If you look at skeletal muscles under a microscope, you will find that they look like parallel stripes. Hence, they are called striated muscles. Striated is a scientific way of saying stripes. The muscle cells of skeletal muscles are long and have a cylindrical shape. Each cell also has many nuclei, so they are called multinucleated. The involuntary muscles are of two types, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. Smooth muscle is found in the structured organs in the body, such as esophagus, stomach, intestines, bronchi, uterus, bladder, blood vessels, etc. The cells are long and have pointed ends, also called spindle-shaped. Each cell has only one nucleus, also called uninucleate. They don't stack up parallel to each other, so they don't look striped. So, they are also called unstriated muscles. Cardiac muscle is another involuntary muscle. It is similar to skeletal muscle in structure, but this muscle is found only in the heart. They are cylindrical in shape, have only one nucleus in each cell, and are striated. One additional feature that they have is that they are also branched. Nervous tissues. You know that the nervous system is in charge of sensing what is around you and then responding to the situation. So the cells of the nervous system have to be really good at doing that. The nervous system is made of nervous tissue. The nervous tissue is made of nervous cells, which are also known as neurons. How are neurons different from other cells? They have special parts called dendrites and axons. Dendrites bring electrical signals and information to the cell, and axons take electrical signals and information away from the cell. Neurons communicate with each other through electrical signals. Neurons form nerve fibers. Nerve fibers bound together with connective tissue form a nerve. Neurons communicate with each other through electrochemical signals. The connections that they form with other neurons are called synapses. Neurons pass signals to each other and finally connect to the muscles and pass on the information to them and tell them what to do. Did you know that mature neuron cells do not divide? Formation of neurons, neurogenesis, continues until the age of 4 years in children. After this, it stops. In humans, in most of the body, no new neurons are formed in adulthood. Many neurons in the brain are present right from birth to death. That is why children don't have memories until the age of 3 to 4 in adulthood. New neurons are continuously forming and remaking connections. Every memory is actually a function of these neuron connections called a synapse.
If you like our videos, do share them and subscribe to our channel. If you want awesome quizzes, write to us. Keep watching and keep learning with Walnut.